Part 2, personal reading code is lionsgate07. It's going to be on the screen somewhere. So part 1 was talking about the past. Please do not make this reading fit if it does not resonate. Again, if you'd like to book your own personal reading, the link is in my bio with my email address, or you can shoot me a direct message. We pulled the past in part 1. That helps you kind of understand that this reading is for you, and then I'm tapping into your energy. But for your part 2, I want to start here with the future reading. I want to know, please, Spirit, help me tap into lionsgate07. Again, how my personal readings go. If it fits for one, it can fit for more than one. So it makes a larger impact. I would like to know, please let me channel the energy for lionsgate07 for their greatest and highest good. Future only, please, Spirit. All right, let's get some coffee first real fast. We'll pull some stuff out of the Cries of the Soul deck because there are going to be traumas and triggers that come up that maybe you still want to work through. You did show as the High Priestess throughout your reading. However, you went through some relationships that were very bad. People claiming to be people they weren't, and we see this a lot. So the moon here. Let's pull a few more. These are shadows. These are things that come to light. 5 of Cups. And the Knight of Swords reversed. So you may feel like there are some things coming up from your past. There are some triggers, some things that got, some cups that were spilled. And you're working through this. You may feel like your environment needs a little bit of a change, which it showed in part 1 that you've changed your environment before. I think you want to feel more out there, like you're not caged a little bit, because I think these relationships from part 1 in your past made you feel a little caged. I think that you're a lion and you want to be able to roar when you need to. You don't want to have that type of strength, but you just do naturally. I think you want to put it to good use. So it does show here, though, that you're thinking about new pathways, that you're thinking about pushing forward. Judgment, yeah. And it shows heavily here, you're kind of in the center of a lot of people. You may not just be a social butterfly. Maybe it's your work, something you do for a living. Maybe it's even hobbies, but you're in front of a lot of people at times. But it shows here that people look up to you. Again, you showed us the High Priestess. You may be very good at public speaking. You may be very good at being a storyteller. You may even consider writing books. It's something about your voice, something about the way you communicate, something about the way you carry yourself is important here. So Justice came up reversed right next to Judgment. It came up in the first reading. You may feel like you haven't received some justices, something that was owed you from the past. Could be no credibility where credit was due. It could have been the people in your past, these distorted kings that you were in a relationship with, maybe even ruining your reputation or talking about you in a way that was not true. But the Lovers has come up, which is beautiful. So your future's calling that there's a lover situation. 3 of Pentacles. You may meet this person in a place that you don't typically expect. This is going to be a situation where you feel that you can talk to this person. It may be in a group setting where you're having conversations. Again, you're going to do something that's outside of the norm for you. You're going to meet this person in a public setting. It may throw you for a loop because you are not looking for this person. It shows you coming off as Queen of Cups reversed here. Let's keep moving forward, Spirit. 5 of Wands. Yeah. 8 of Wands. This is actually spiritually led. However, like this person's going to feel kind of magnetized to you in this group setting when you guys are having a conversation. There's going to be something you say that makes them feel almost drawn to you. With the 8, the reason you're coming up in Queen of Cups reverse energy here coming up when this happens is because you're not closed off to love, but you're just not expecting it in the situation, in the dynamic. Again, this is a situation that you're not typically in. You're going to go to this event or this place, and you're going to be chatting, and this person's going to wind up popping out of nowhere, kind of. And you're protected during this time. Again, you may feel like you don't like going to new places anymore. You could be protecting your energy, and it also could be because of your past. But it is showing you have heavy protection here. It is showing that as you continue to make progress and push forward and kind of get out of your comfort zone, that there's not something to worry about with your emotional and spiritual safety. You've got a wolf, you've got animals here, you've got a coyote, and then you've got a lot of birds. You may feel like you want to kind of burst out into new branches, celebrate with people, with friends. The Three of Cups came up. Yeah. You may have been in a period of isolation, or but yeah, so it shows you're gonna be out and about more. You're gonna branch out. And this person definitely, lots of threes. You have lots of threes coming in. Okay. So now that we know what's going to happen here, Spirit, let's get some more on the OG Lovers deck, because this is definitely a love situation. It shows that you guys start doing a lot of things together in this connection. Like, this person makes you feel more free-spirited. They may even help you find community once this relationship starts. It's almost like you, are a peacock that starts flying, and you become way more social than you ever did before, but for things that you enjoy, that you're passionate about, being around people that you actually want to have conversations with that allow you to be goofy and silly and, again, free-spirited. So, Spirit, for lionsgate07, tell us more. Now we kind of know where they're going to meet this love interest. Tell us more about this love, please. Or maybe it's going to be very emotionally fulfilling. Is this long-term? Spirit says yes. This can be a very long-term, stable foundation. It is going to start out slow. Again, you guys do a lot of social gathering. You go to a lot of social gatherings together. You kind of experience the world a little bit more. Experience your environment a little bit more. And this person really allows you to sit in Queen of Wands energy, and they're showing up as a King of Wands here. You're showing up as a Queen of Wands. This is kind of a matching pair. It could be a twin flame. Now, you may feel like not being as generous with your love at first, or your time and your energy at first, because of your past. Spirit is encouraging you to not allow your past to come in between what this situation is, because on top of the King of Wands and Queen of Wands, you and this person, it's showing justice. This is very healthy dynamic, but there are a lot of wounds and triggers here to look at. So let me pull the Cries of the Soul deck to help you out with that. We are going to have to go to part 3 in a couple minutes. Spirit, help us with lionsgate07 and some of these triggers and shadows that will come up during this relationship, so we can help them for their greatest and highest good, please. Yeah, inner pain and protective shells. Again, with protection, you have a lot of protective layers, and there's nothing, that's a card number 3, by the way. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just understanding that you can balance the inner turmoil by healing and transmuting through it. And that this may be something similar to this person that's coming into your energy. Again, you're going to meet them at a gathering that you typically wouldn't go at. You guys were going to be having a conversation, and something's going to click. It's going to click for them first, I believe. It's like a knowing for them. They're like, okay, I'm very interested. But your protective shells are pretty thick because of the past. And Spirit's encouraging you that openly express those thoughts in communication in a very compassionate way without an ego. Now, this person, card 13, someone in this connection, or maybe both of you, may struggle a little bit with an ego, aligning that inner and outer world, breaking past, and again, this could be because of the past relationships. You may have a hard time sometimes with masculine energies just because you've met a lot of bad ones. But Spirit is encouraging you to be very expressive in private when you talk to them. It is showing that you do not have a wounded inner child. You may have not had a completely terrible childhood, or you healed and worked through a lot of those things. This person may struggle a little bit with some things that happened in their childhood, and this may come up. And Spirit's saying that you both, card 37, have dealt with toxic relationships. So this person is able to express and communicate very well. which I think you are going to like a lot. They're going to be very expressive. Go to a